All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and nails a great millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. The title of this lesson is going to be called Rebuke That Short Attention Span Spirit. Okay? And, you know, we all, at one time or another, fall victim of being distracted from whether it's reading or even Satan even will mess with you while you're praying to the Most High, you know, and we're supposed to rebuke that spirit, man, of distractions and people that say they have a short attention span. Really, when it comes to getting in the middle of the Lord's work, that's a demon trying to get you off track, you know. But I'm gonna get this example and I'm gonna get some other precepts. But I'll even quote the example. Satan desires to sift you. You know, scriptures say that, you know, Satan desires to sift us, man. And it's very true, you know, because ultimately, you know, if it wasn't for this truth, we would be just like these other people out here, destitute and void of understanding. So Satan's going to do everything in his power to try to get you off track and focus on anything other than the truth. Okay, because the scripture said the truth will set you free. Now, this is Joshua, and I'm getting an example, you know, of not having a short attention span. Okay, because part of it is actually having the patience to sit down and read and study the scriptures and go into words and look into maps and going into the history and so on and so forth. You know, for longer than without being distracted every 30 seconds by, you know, all the distractions of the world. There's more distractions now than ever. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and read this here in Joshua chapter 8 and verse 34. It says, "And afterward he read all the words of the law," talking about Joshua. Okay, Actually, I'm gonna start up in verse 33. Joshua chapter 8 verse 33, it says, "And all Israel and their judges and officers stood on this side of the ark and that side before the priests and the Levites, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and as well as a stranger as he that was born among them. Half of them over amongst Mount Gerizim, and half of them over against Mount Ebal." So pretty much, if you go into the history, the nation of Israel was in the wilderness for 40 years, and they were told multiple times about the laws that the Most High wanted them to keep before they entered into the land. And there were multiple instances where the laws, statutes, and commandments were read to Israel, and they had to actually sit down and listen and wait for it to be over. But it wasn't just no little 30-second speech. Even the videos that brothers do, it may be you know, a 45-minute video, but the edification that comes out of it is very, very beneficial to our salvation, right? And so, you know, having the attention span to actually sit and listen to these videos, and for example, what we're reading here, to actually sit and listen to the laws. Back then, man, we didn't have all these GMOs floating around in our blood cells, or in our bodies, I should say. These various different heavy metals and things like that cause us to be scatterbrained and stuff like that. We had more, you know, of a sound mind when it comes to, you know, our flesh being in shape. And so we got to fight the flesh, man. Okay. It says in the middle of verse 33, towards the end, it says, "As Moses, the servant of the Lord Yahweh, had commanded before that they should bless the people of Israel, and afterward he read the words of the law, the blessings and curses, according to all that is written in the book of the law. And there was not one word, and there was not a word that Moses commanded, which Joshua read not before all the congregation of Israel." So Joshua read all of the commandments. Okay, so the book of Leviticus, all the laws okay, that Moses, wrote down or had written down. Oh, and imagine the time it took to write these things down and then copy it down. The scrolls were copied, man. Okay, it wasn't just damn, hold on, let me turn my do not disturb on. Yeah, it wasn't just copy and paste like how we got on our phones. You just copy something, copy a paragraph and paste it. No. It had to be done by hand. Okay, and so again, well, matter of fact, let's look up the definition of attention span real quick. Attention span. Let's see what the definition of. It says the length of time during which one, such as an individual or a group, is able to concentrate or remain interested. You see? So if you're not grounded in this truth, or if the Lord's not dealing with you, you may hear 30 seconds of it, and then you say, "Oh, this is not entertaining enough. Let me go find something else to entertain myself with," right? And then that leads you to not be edified, man. The scriptures talk about that in Matthew, the 13th chapter, man. In the beginning part of it. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 13, and verse 3, it says, "And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up." Okay, those seeds that fell by the wayside, man. Okay, that's pretty much, most of these people. What happens to most of our people, even most of our people who are Israelites, the seed of righteousness is sown in them, being the word, and when they hear the word being preached to them, guess what? A demon comes up in their mind and gives them something else to think about. I need to go. This isn't entertaining enough. I thought they were going to talk about something else, or whatever Satan distracts their mind with. But it's that short attention span, man. That's a spirit that we got to rebuke. Okay, because what it says, attention span is the length of time which one is able to concentrate. So you got to be able to focus on this truth long enough to be able to receive it, right? The scriptures say, how can we learn without a preacher, man? So the preacher has to be given enough time to actually break down what he's talking about. Okay, more than 30 seconds. But the average attention span of a lot of these people isn't long enough to be able to retain the information that's vital for their salvation. And I'm only talking about the Israelites, really, because these other nations, like Esau, he'll actually sit and study some stuff, man. A lot of Edomites, well, they'll actually be, scholarly, and they'll go and look stuff up. You know what I mean? But our people, even though this pertains to them, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they rather be scrolling through TikTok or Instagram or seeing, texting back, somebody that's interested in them or whatever the case is, or thinking about going on that trip, something that's not pertaining to salvation. Okay, and so that's, well, let me scroll down a little bit when Yahushua breaks down the parable. Okay, and this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 11. This is why people that have short attention spans, ultimately the Lord doesn't want them to get it. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Talking about those who were not destined to receive salvation on this side. All right, 2/3 of our people. Okay, they're not going to actually be focusing on prophecy, man. Okay, they're not going to be occupied in prophecy, as the scriptures say. Okay, so that's the main thing. Okay, now let me see here. Actually, I wanted to go. Let's see here. See how I broke it down, of course. Okay, here we go. Verse 18. Matthew 13:18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which is sown in his heart. You see, so these people hear the scriptures, but they don't understand because a lot of them don't give it enough time to even hear it out. Okay, but back in the ancient world, man, we heard out the things that that we were supposed to. Like I gave the example in Joshua the 8th chapter, man. It says Joshua read all of the commandments that Moses wrote down. That doesn't take no little 10 minutes, man. Okay, it's gonna take a while. Okay, it's supposed to be impactful, but our people occupy themselves in folly. Like the scriptures say, folly is set in great dignity. Okay, and so, yo, man, we gotta pray to the Most High that He keeps the Spirit upon us. Another scripture I had was in Sirach, and it's in Sirach chapter 11 and verse 20. It says, "Be steadfast in thy covenant." What does it mean to be steadfast? Be continual, consistently put forth effort. Okay, and what's the covenant? That covenant is that agreement, that bond that we made with the Most High when we said that we agree with what and we consent with what He told us to do. Okay, now guess what? You think a majority of people actually give a damn about what the Most High is telling them to do? Is telling our people to do? The answer is absolutely not. Okay, so He's only going to be pleased with a small little sliver of people, man. Okay, because a lot of people justify within themselves that they're doing right or that God knows their heart. Okay, look, man, He doesn't like lazy-minded. The Most High doesn't like that lazy-minded mentality. Okay, that short attention span spirit, man. Rebuke that in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It says, "And be conversant therein," talking about the covenant. "Be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work." Okay, wax old in your work, meaning put in the work and don't give up early, man. Don't retire early. Well, retire means to rest anyway. We don't retire from the Most High's work, man. Okay, and so this is good practice because a lot of this microwave mentality stuff is pushed. When we say microwave mentality, we mean just getting everything quick, fast, and in a hurry, and that comes from Esau's rulership, man. Basically putting the mindset out there that everything should be quick. The quicker the better. That's what going back to Genesis the 25th chapter. Esau said, "No, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for this food. Give it to me now." He's just an impatient man. Okay, so that's pretty much the point. We just want to make sure that we keep in that mindset, remembering that our forefathers did not have a short attention span. Okay, and so we got to keep that same spirit and stay focused on the task at hand when it comes to this truth. Lord willing, this is edifying. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.